Hello, Steve White, Trip White 89 for Steve Outs 89. Star Trek's Alleged Gatekeeper. Okay, so I just watched Strange New Worlds episode, was it 7? 6. Lift Us Where Suffering Cannot Reach. Aside from a very dark twist ending, I thought it was a fairly boring episode. I mean, this is supposed to be Strange New Worlds, and it just looked like we were in an old Buckingham Palace set or something that was sort of redressed, and the planet did have kind of a cloud city feel where there were parts of it that were floating, and there's a little bit of production design that made the episode interesting to look at, but it was really boring. Basically, they rescue a couple of people from a shuttle that's being attacked by a nearby colony, and they discover that they have this chosen one child who is the what is he? Basically he's going to save the planet or serve the planet, and it's really like not clear exactly what he does. They have him up on the ship for a while. They establish that this race knows a lot about medicine, and Mbenga is trying to get them to help him because they basically can cure his daughter's disease, but they don't share the technology. So they end up having the father and the son and an old flame of Pike from when he used to be a lieutenant, and they continue a romance throughout the episode. Eventually, the father beams the child off the Enterprise and then hides him in the Enterprise because he's trying to stop him from ascending. Now, why does he want to stop him from ascending? Because ascending, which is the twist at the end, is basically they plug him into a machine and suck the life out of him and use his neural network. They need the machine needs a neural network of a child to work, to operate, and to basically keep the planet working. So they basically plug kids into this machine and slowly drain them and kill them, so they can have a luxurious, elegant life. And the fact that they all revere him for keeping them alive is apparently supposed to be honor enough to, let themselves be killed. So it's a fairly warped story in the end, but it was really only the last 5 minutes that was interesting. The rest of the episode was just really dull. Mbenga had a few moments because Babs is just a very good actor, and you could feel, the stress of keeping his daughter in the buffer because she's got a illness that he can't cure, and knowing these people could cure it and so forth. At the end of the episode, the father, who is still on the ship, because the kid beams down and they plug him in, and Pike tries to stop her, but one of the guards knocks him out and ends up waking up in her palace, and she tries to justify what he did, and Pike just wants out of there. He beams out. And the only other thing that happened in the episode was Uhura was sort of training with Noonien Singh in security, and they had a few moments that were kind of interesting. And there was a nice scene on the, I don't know if it's a recreation deck, it's kind of like the restaurant on the ship, and Lieutenant Kirk was talking to her about basically how hard Noonien Singh is on people when training and that, so there are a few little moments with them, but that's about it. And yeah, at the end of the episode, the father actually does go to Mbenga and say, I can walk you through the theory of how to treat this. It's not a cure, but, it could be the beginning. So it was nice, and the layers of emotion that Babs was able to not portray, but just, I don't know, he's quite good. He had, you could see the levels of his fear and anxiety and appreciation of everything, and hope that he was getting from this guy. It was just good, but aside from that, it was just a bunch of people with little lines on their face walking around some sets that just look like Buckingham Palace sets that have been redressed, and it just is annoying because so many New Trek fans criticise the original Star Trek and say it was cheap, or Next Gen didn't have real aliens, they just had people with things stuck on their foreheads. And we've had 2 episodes of Strange New Worlds out of 6 where we have humanoid aliens basically with prosthetics on their foreheads, and that's about it. So, I expected with 10 episodes every race to be a strange new world and a new civilization we haven't seen before, and total aliens, not humans with just little lines and small little, prosthetics. So disappointing on a production level, disappointing on a story level. Kind of nice that it had a dark twist at the end, but the rest of the episode getting to it was kind of tedious. Just not. I wasn't interested in the romance. I wasn't interested in their culture or their politics or anything. I'm just kind of glad it was over, but that it was ending. But at least we had a nice dark twist ending. So I'll give it that. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.